So,
all right.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Another day, another dollar.
Bam. Episode 6.
Yeah, it's Bazanji. 919. Check it. I said this.
Bam. Oh, this is the first time we're gonna do this.
And
First screw top, man.
I ran into the store and I saw NIKOLAIHOF, and NIKOLAIHOF was the first wine, I think, from Austria, which got like 100 Parker points for 1997, Riesling, Smaragd, whatever.
Really?
And they are Demeter since
Wachau.
decades, and NIKOLAIHOF is completely biodynamical. Demeter, it's not that super natural funky stuff, it's pretty solid. So also when you drink older wines right now, they're still solid. I never drank an old wine from them, but this is 2010 NIKOLAIHOF Riesling Federspiel from STEIN, and I think this is not filled in 2011 or something.
From STEIN, is that just what he calls it, or is
Yeah,
that
it's
something
the.
they say more often?
I think it's one of the entry Rieslings, and what you
That's
have.
the cuvée name.
No, it's 100% Riesling. Yeah, that's the wine name.
Cuvée, the wine name. Yeah.
Yeah, and what they're doing is they fill really late, so almost like in the champagne. So you get right now, I think 2000, no idea, 16, 17, 18, but not really something super young. And in the Wachau, and that's really important,
Wachau.
you have Vinea Wachau. So you have Austria, you have Vienna, and then 50, 60, 70 kilometers from then Wachau is starting in Lower Austria on the northern part. And they have Vinea Wachau, and Vinea Wachau is a classification in Wachau where you have 3 different wine styles. You have Steinfeder, which is always really easy to drink, young wines, 10 to 11.5% alcohol. Then you have Federspiel, more really on the fruit base. Federspiel,
Yeah.
this one. This is what we're drinking now, Federspiel.
Yeah. Federspiel.
This is 11.5%
I'm gonna put the name
in the comment section.
there.
And Federspiel is more like in the medium, always on the fruit side. And then you have Smaragd. And Smaragd is always really late picked. Always a little bit, sometimes botrytis on it already. And then you fill it, and it's always a little bit like 1-2 vintages later. And it's really heavy stuff, higher alcohol, a little bit more
Fluffy.
buttery. And Federspiel is right in the middle.
Cool.
And this is 2010. And I went to the wine store today. I don't even know the name. I put it in the comment section. And he has some cool biodynamical wines, and I bought this, and he was like, nice choice.
And he's just here in West.
Yeah, he's here around the corner.
Funny.
But it looks like you can buy whiskey there, and you can buy beer there, and he has some bottles. This was the last bottle of 2010. It was lying somewhere in the corner, and I was like, okay, I'll buy this, and it was 24 euros. I was like, cool. And he said, that's 2010, just put it in big glasses, that's it.
Cool.
So I'm really curious, because 10-year-old Riesling, especially Federspiel, which is not made for such a long livability.
Yeah.
So I'm curious.
It's funny that he keeps it that long. It's pretty damn clean, man.
Yeah.
The nose is quite recognizable though, Riesling, but not that.
Old Riesling, petrol,
Yeah,
a
but
little
not.
bit benzina.
But it's not too much in there. It's
Yeah.
not. It's completely not annoying. Jesus, the wax is crumbly. What do you think? Nose is was 10 euros? 20. It's got some petrol, but it's completely not annoying or too much on there.
Oh, this is
It's fucking good. It's really subtle, huh?
big sip, but this is for me older Riesling. This is hangover Riesling. When you're
Yeah,
really
but-
fucked up and the next day you want to start drinking
But
again.
it's what really nice balance because it's got that really nice fresh acidity. It's got some oxidized tones, so I'm
course.
pretty sure it'll go up pretty fast now, that flavor. But there's definitely a lot going on. Some banana maybe even.
Yeah, super exotic, huh?
Yeah. It's pretty, but it's not fluffy. The alcohol is obviously very low.
Yeah.
You have any idea how they work vinification wise? You ever been there or not?
No, I know him from my Weinskandal time. I know him, and especially I think when I worked in Vienna, it
So
just
it's
will
not
go
bad.
down easy, huh?
Okay, this episode will take about 5.5 minutes.
But this is on a terrace, boom. Also with food, and this is good.
Oh, the acidity is sticking now a little, but in a really pleasant way.
It's also not short. The fruit is gone in a second, but the grip is standing on the toothflesh. NIKOLAIHOF is from the beginning already. Demeter, always.
Old guy?
No, he's actually the old guy did it, and then his son took over. If I'm not completely talking bullshit, I think Martin Saas does it with his wife, which is super lovely couple. And yes, just Demeter. So they go. You know, we always drink natural wine, which are funky guys like Puzelat, Tom Lübbe, the Riberach guys, which are always like crazy skin maceration, no sulfur. But this is really solid, high quality stuff. Yeah. They don't have to be freaky, they don't have to be blah blah. But what they're doing right now is I think they just invested for 20 years. They really did a long transition from conventional winemaking to biological winemaking to biodynamical winemaking, and then really to Demeter. So it's a complete, how do you say that? When you have a system which is completely stable in itself, and not autochtone, but autark.
Autonom.
Autonom. It's a completely autonom system. So all the shit they have in the vineyard stays in the vineyard. It's super old.
Yeah, so they do
vineyards.
everything the right way for the right reasons.
Yeah, and it's not a winery which popped up 5 years ago and to do biodynamical wine, and they just bought a vineyard.
But they also won't be people that are putting buckets of sulfite in during vinification, probably.
Yeah. And what you have with NIKOLAIHOF is, because they're Demeter for such a long time already, is there is no shit in the vineyards anymore.
But would you find this in like a classic restaurant as well in Vienna? Yeah?
I think you also, in Vienna you find it everywhere.
Really?
Because there was one wine importer which really imported it for a long time, Del Fabro, a really good friend of mine worked
Technically not an importer,
there.
a trader.
A trader,
He did it
a reseller. Yeah, true, he's a reseller. And I think they had this for a long time already in the portfolio, and then the legendary 97 vintage got filled and got sold. I think it's already 8 years ago or something. So that was in, what do we have now? 2012. They sold 97, which is bananas.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is that the whole winery is just completely biodynamical. There is no shit anywhere anymore. The whole system is completely biodynamical, and this is why we always have conversations with like, we drink natural funky stuff, but how does it actually age? We never drink old Graminon. Did you ever drink a 1999 Graminon?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Well, last week...
But sorry, you know what I mean? Like, we never drink old natural wine. Yeah.
No, that's true. Not that old. And I've been drinking a little bit with Henk, of course, sometimes.
No.
Not so long ago, I had an old Dard de Ribot, 97. I think it was Hermitage. But it's so different with these kind of wines, where like a Graminon won't. Henk always says it's not really made to last that long, but it can be still very interesting. Of course, like a wine like Ultime from Metra, that would be interesting to taste. I tasted some old Burgundy, but this is for 10 years old, man. It's just alive and kicking. It's obviously not a dead wine.
Mm-hmm.
But is this very different than the wines were when you drink them more less aged?
From this winery?
Yeah. Did you ever drink one this old from them? No, right?
No, never. Also,
but
never.
When you drank it more like a quote unquote fresh.
If you drink
same style, or is it more?
If you drink
expressive?
young NIKOLAIHOF, you would not really see that it's natural wine or biodynamical. It's really solid Riesling, solid Grüner Veltliner, and classic Wachau style. And
so really refreshing.
Really refreshing, really solid, good quality. NIKOLAIHOF is also not really expensive. I think you start at 14 euros and then you're handling up until, I think the Smaragd, which is now probably 99 or 2000, is 80 euros. Like they also say like, okay, we had this on the vineyard for 15 years, you're gonna pay for that. But if you drink that young and I give this to you, you would say like, cool, solid Riesling. I would not say, oh my god, this is super special.
But this is what they always say when you do WSET tasting. They'll say, they'll ask you for the age, like it's too young, it's perfect, or it can stay a little bit longer. Well, if I say something about this wine, it would be it's pretty much at exactly the point I would want to drink it. Yeah. I think in 5 years, it would be less interesting to me to taste it because it now still has that freshness. It still carries the fruit pretty well. You know, I think if you wait 5 more years to be a bit more oxidized, lose some fruit, keep a lot of acidity probably. Right?
But it's the same what you have in champagne. I always compare this to champagne. The wineyard tells you when to drink, and they do the aging. So when you buy this now for 23 euros, they just say like, drink it. We're gonna take care of the aging. I'm gonna let you know when it's ready.
Yeah.
And now you just buy this for 23 euros, which is not an immense amount of money. And this is.
But you know what the first emotion that comes a little bit to mind, maybe it's because I have a fucking shit busy period in my life, but it's quite relaxing wine. It's not overcomplicated like we've had wine nights where we were thinking and philosophizing.
Like last time.
Yeah, where the wine just sucks us in. But this is
not keeping you busy.
Not keeping you busy,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a very very easygoing, attractive wine.
You know, you have those. How do they say it in America? 10-second car who can. America.
Yeah.
Who can do the quarter mile in 10 seconds? What was it from Fast and the Furious?
Track. What?
No, yeah, they say like how fast is a car accelerating? How long does it take for a quarter mile?
Yeah.
And then it's like it's a 10-second car. It's like a Nissan Skyline GTR or whatever the fuck. This is for me a 10-minute wine.
Yeah,
You know, it's like doesn't keep you busy.
No.
We're not gonna talk long about this wine because the story is complete. This is insane good. Get this wherever you can have it.
There is something interesting I would like to discuss on this wine,
Yeah.
and that's like obviously you said it's been Demeter for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever really talked about Demeter. I don't know what your knowledge is on it. You know, of course it comes. You know what the Demeter is? The word?
Nope.
I think it's the goddess, the Greek goddess. I think of nature.
Okay.
So, and of course, most of the rules in place for the Demeter label is the rules by the guy Rudolf Steiner, a guy that apparently didn't drink himself and was
Which
really
thought alcohol was bad.
Yeah, exactly. You got in Holland, you got Rudolf Steiner schools, which are like the gardening schools and shit like that. The funny thing is, you see it a lot in Germany. And I think, how is that in Austria?
Demeter is a thing. I only know that from
Germany. It's big, man.
Yeah.
Like every proper winemaker in Germany tries to be Demeter.
Okay. Well, I know from Austrian winemakers which were
Biodynamics. Yeah, it's super interesting.
Yeah, which were on the biodynamical side, and then they wanted to make the approach of going really more natural and go really into depth there. That Demeter is really hardcore. And
it's with you can only stir left, and you put the cow.
I don't know that.
It's like that. You got these. There's always this one thing, this one preparat they use for spraying. Probably I'm fucking making mistakes again, but nobody's watching anyway. It's
My
you
mom.
put the cows.
Careful.
Oh yeah, hi mom.
Hi, Mom.
You put the cow dung.
Yeah.
The cow poop
And
and the cow
horns.
horns, and you put it in the floor at
Yeah.
a certain time when the moon is a certain way, and you leave it in there, and it takes all the energy from the soil, and then you mix it with, I think, water or something. You can only stir one direction because it's the rotation of the earth or whatever, and they spray with this. They used a lot of tea things, and they all got a number like 201, 504. I never really
Jesus,
remember.
okay, never heard of that.
Now we should have had Wouter here,
That's
Mr.
true.
Biodynamics. We
That's
got to
true.
give him this. No, so it's a pretty interesting to see. Mostly that it's very well known in Germany. I think I've seen a lot of Austrian people do it as well. I don't know if it's expensive to have a Demeter certified wine.
What I heard, what the problem is, and I really don't know if that's true, but what Demeter has in his rule book or in his law book is that you have to have a certain percentage of the things you use in the wine within your own surroundings.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you
the cow poop.
Yeah, when you have the cow poop, you need to have cows. When you do something with egg shit, you have to have the chickens.
Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff. And this is really, really hardcore. And I talked with an Austrian winemaker about it, and they were like, "We are now going to make the jump on Demeter, but it's going to take us 3-4 years because we really need to check the animals. And the animals, it's also like I'm not just gonna get fucking chickens, but also need to use those chickens or those cows for making my wine.
But it's of course like organic wine means pretty much I'm doing exactly the same shit as I did before, but instead of using a chemically produced pesticide, I'm buying the one with the green logo on it with the wine stuff factory, because it's like we're making a tomato salad and we make it from organic tomatoes.
But we still buy it from the Lidl.
Exactly. So I think that's where the Mater says really something about the attitude. But of course, like with every label, there's people who use the label to their commercial advantage. But I think if you want to get a Demeter thing, you need to really get into this shit, and like it's got to do with the standing of the moon and the stars and all these things. I honestly think that it says a lot more about a wine. You got some labels like SINS, SINS. That's probably a label I kind of believe in. But Demeter, when I see it, even if it's not natural wine, I kind of always think, okay, they're trying actually, you know, like an organic logo for me says completely jack shit. It's like the plastic wrapped biological cucumber in the supermarket. Yeah, so sorry, man.
I think you have like.
Did you see the natural wine at the HEMA, by the way?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, but people are now. Yeah, I'm not putting sulfite in my wine, but I'm a complete dick with everything else I put in there. Sorry, I interrupted.
No problem. It's what we talked. It's actually really interesting. You have two different wine styles. You have like biological, biodynamical. We actually don't give a shit as long as the wine is good.
Yeah.
And then you have natural winemaking. And natural winemaking is we actually don't look at any label. No. Just drink it and it's like, okay, what does it do to me? And all this kind of shit. So when you have like Graminon, Matassa, this shit, Le Grillon, Albarese, this kind of shit. But whenever I see a wine which has a Demeter label on it, it's actually not my style. And also when we drink NIKOLAIHOF now, it's really good, but it's not the style what we're drinking on a daily basis.
No, but it's super interesting to drink it and to actually talk about it a little bit, because you know we pass. I kind of never drink these kind of wines ever anymore because
Demeter.
Or just wines where I'm not sure they're naturally made. Because I'm just super scared of drinking shit, and I really don't want to pay 40 euros for a bottle of shit, so I'd rather grab a
it's
beer.
It's also a different scene where we are.
Yeah, exactly. But it's interesting to drink this and to understand again that there is, you know, probably drinking a whole bottle on your own, it will find a way of annoying me. But it's not a bad thing to maybe get back to drinking one of those once again, and obviously the age of the wine makes it interesting. The grape, your story behind it, the low alcohol, if it's naturally kept low. Yeah,
but this is what we always say, and you say the same.
The acidity is natural. The fruit is natural. Yeah. There is no enhancing in this wine. It's filtered, I think. So, you know, but honestly. Yeah, so many people do that, you know. We'll see wine after this that's already becoming a lava lamp again in the bottom. But enjoyable wine. Does it hurt me? No. Do I feel a ton of sulfite? No.
And this is what I'm always saying. I'm always saying like good is good and will always prevail. Quality will always prevail. Yeah. And in this time, do you know why we like this? You said it right. Because it's 10 years old. That's why we really like it. The mom's flying.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. And this is why we like it, because it's 10 years old. And
well, that makes it interesting. I love it because it's pretty properly well made.
Yeah, true.
Wine. At
so
least
it's really good wine.
If me, the fucking douchebag, has to judge it, I'm not annoyed by it. You know, does it really spark my interest? Like the last few episodes, where we had some wines that just made us hysterical, and we made some hysterical episodes. No. You know, we need to think a little bit more about our subject right now. It doesn't come as natural, but it is an interesting topic to drink wines again. You know, where where people are doing the right thing and the wine is actually really good, but we normally would pass it because we are also fucking judgmental assholes.
Absolutely.
And natural wine people are some of the most judgmental fuckers of all, even though they're complaining about classic wine people putting judgment on them. I think this, that's why I said it really is a Wouter van Sas kind of purchase this wine, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not judging the book on its cover, just going on instinct, knowledge, and buying a super nice bottle of wine for 20 euros that I think it's nice. I would have never, ever had chosen this bottle in my life.
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. That's it, man. But that's the whole idea of sitting here is, we can go to obscure and even more obscure and more expensive and more crazy. And we can drink Metra every week, crazy bottles from Mina. But honestly, a really, really, really nice
Me
find.
too. And
we really want to check the shop out as well. But did he have anything else of interest, or was it most of all boring
I
shit?
think he knows what he's doing. There's also a lot of stuff which I don't know, and there's also a lot of stuff.
But do you feel he's into the Mater organic thing, or
You go in,
he gives no flying fuck?
he knows exactly what's going on.
So he's not selling shit.
No, but also when I gave him the bottle and he looked at me, I looked at him as a young guy and he was like, "Is it a present?" And I was like, "Yeah, for me. I drink it in 2 hours." And he was like, "Oh, nice. Just use big glasses." And I was like, "Cool." Because he looked at me and he was like, "It's 2010." I was like, "I know." And then he was like, he knows what he's buying. Because not that he's thinking he buys a Riesling for 23 euros. He's not gonna like that. But he was like, "It's 2010, cool.
But
Take
also,
big glasses,
you
we'll
have people that say, "Oh yeah, it's 2010. It's old. It's super good."
But he knew that I was aiming for this.
Yeah, but so he was also taking care of you.
Absolutely. And also big smile on his face. He was standing there in a t-shirt and he was like, "Yeah."
What age? Like 40,
59,
Really?
60-ish.
It's an old shop.
Yeah. It's only on wooden thingies and it smells like dust in there. And
Fucking cool,
he has.
man.
It was the last bottle, I think. And
But
he also has the expensive stuff from them, 97 from them, 2000 from them.
Is he
2002.
importing or? You don't
He has
know?
to.
Nobody's doing it. Oh, I should go and sell him some wine.
Maybe he's importing it too. I don't know.
I really like that story about this guy because I never heard of him, and I do really respect people.
Can I have your phone? Or can you type in Google Maps?
Yeah.
Bella Storia. That's the pizzeria next to it.
It's a fucking good pizzeria.
True. I buy prosciutto and cheese always there.
Yeah, man.
Bella
I'm
Storia.
gonna-
And it's around the corner.
I told you. Now I got the. I'm just gonna plug a wine.
we don't do this engaging
I
shit
have
anymore.
a Magnum of Chianti, you remember? From Fattoria Sammontana. I'm really gonna try to sell to every fucking pizzeria in town. Let's see. Bella Storia. No, but it's really good pizzeria.
And it's
But
a wine
how
store
am I gonna look it up
on the
now?
next
It's-
corner at Google Maps. Can I see Google Maps? It's on the next corner. It's 20 meters.
You go do it. I don't know how it works.
Bella Storia. You have to click on search.
Oh, sorry.
Then it goes there. Here. De Wijnrank.
The wine. No, not a bad name
Here.
either.
Abbe Wijn.
Abbe Wijn.
Abbe Wijn.
It's a pretty nice little shop though, huh?
Yeah. And you have NIKOLAIHOF and you have some cool
whiskey.
stuff.
Jesus, he has got.
It looks like a...
like his posters outside. It's almost like I see Henk opening a slijterij.
Are we gonna finish this?
Well, we almost did already. So
Yeah,
we might as
I
well.
actually wanted to think like if we should drink it at the end.
Oh, we keep the rest till the end.
So to sum it up, this wine, I really don't care about Demeter. I think it's an unbelievable big balls from wineries who do the Demeter thing. I really respect it. And if they go this biological, biodynamical, natural Demeter wine style,
It says something about
the way to
incentive
go.
and initiative. Right?
absolutely.
And,
But it's just, I'm not in this wine scene at home. I'm more in the wine scene. You know, I go to the Weinfried, I go to Schuh, I go to whatever. But I'm actually not going in that store. And today I thought like you wanted to do Riesling, Elsass, summer, fresh wine.
Yeah.
Well, that worked out perfectly. And so I was
What,
like...
what's going to be the
inspired.
topic? I think I still have Elsass. Well, I had a Banwart, but then I saw this fucking bottle of crazy shit
Around the corner.
Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do the crazy one.
Yeah, so they made a good topic to talk about, but I actually bought it because it's 10 years old.
Yeah, no,
it's
but
fucking cool to start with.
It's interesting because these kind of wines, if the Demeter would not be on there, I would definitely pass on it every moment of the day just by the appearance of the bottle, the streepjes code, the barcode on the back doesn't really suggest that their target audience is boutique wine stores, to say the least. If you have oh fuck, I'm engaging again. Yeah, so but interesting. And I never really think I drank something from, how do you say, Wachau?
Wachau. You never drink Wachau? It's the most known wine region in Austria.
What does it say in the back?
I go there on Friday.
What does it say in the back? Yeah, read it to me.
NIKOLAIHOF Wachau. Shall I translate it in English?
Yeah. Otherwise,
it's working since a lot of years on the strict rules of biodynamical winemaking. We completely got rid of chemical, synthetic, how do you say
stuff.
that? Yeah, stuff, and also what you like the shit you put in the vineyard.
Nothing about winemaking itself.
We leave the wine without any yeast or any enzyme, or we completely.
Hey, look,
but it's not a surprise that they do spontaneous maceration.
Well.
No, they put the barrel in the cellar and there you go.
Yeah, okay, but
so
it's properly made wine, man.
100%. This is really, really good made wine, and I completely believe in NIKOLAIHOF, and I would drink it 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, cool.
And it's really interesting that we start with this. I don't think that the young Rieslings you drink there are really super interesting, but when you pick a bottle for 23 euros, which is 10 years old, and it's that good, it's super in shape. That's fit as fuck.
It's also not been in the shop kept it the wrong way, huh?
But I don't know how old this is. I don't know when they filled this. It could be that they filled this in 18.
Yeah.
I have no look at the label. That's not 10 years old.
The barcode.
Yeah, and the barcode. This is.
Well, if it's been in a box in the storage, it can be.
Yeah, true. But also with the screw cap, it's.
The screw cap 10 years ago they also had.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, I know that they had it 10 years ago, but. If you really make a wine which you want to keep in a wine store for 10 years, you don't put a screw cap on it.
Very true.
That would be dead after 4 years.
Honestly, okay, man. Cool choice. I like it. Well, now we go to Funky Town. So I got like the last time we had the Jean-Yves Perron from my box by Ines. I see the name a lot on their Instagram account, which is hilarious. CYRIL LeMoyne, Anjou. Well, he actually has his own email address on here. It's not a Gmail, which usually with winemakers
it's a Hotmail.
It's a Hotmail or a Gmail if they're hip.
.gov.
But this one is even more interesting. info@lemoyne.tokyo. And also when I was Googling the bottle, it's pretty much unfindable in any... there's no European or English the descriptions about this wine. Everything was in Japanese letters. I found the guy, at least if I should believe what I found. I honestly never drank it. It's an Anjou. It's 30% Chenin Blanc and 70% Chardonnay. He's got 3 hectares. This is Maceration, so well.
Where did you pick it?
Go figure. No, I didn't pick. I let Ries pick. Ries, he called me and I said, yeah man, come on. I just want the Jean-Yves Perron. I wanted to try the red, which we really fucking hate because...
The last time you bought it, you mean you bought a batch?
I bought 12 bottles.
Yeah.
I drank the Banvard after 3 bottles, of course, last week. When I was thinking, yeah, now I'm gonna drink.
Why are we? Oh, yeah.
We always drink the best bottles.
No, the whole world of wine, guys. We never start with the best bottle in the beginning. Everyone is getting fucked up when they have 3 bottles. They take the pill.
The second bottle should always be the best, I think. Don't you think so?
What do we have? We have this, and what is the third one?
No, we have only 2 these days. We can open.
I would really like to drink the Grillon with you.
You got it.
Now, you gave me some of Le
Grillon. You didn't drink it yet?
No.
Oh yes, we should.
That's a question now.
Yes, but first this.
We drink the best one when we're fucked. Okay. No, I would love to drink a bottle from the box I bought from you last week.
Because
with
I
you.
think we had an easy wine.
Yeah.
This can go either way, but it's absolutely gonna be a brain stopping. This is like homework, you know. This is gonna make us think and
math homework.
and I'm gonna give you Grillon, which is for me a winemaker that does such a good combination of intelligent and fun wines. He's I think one of the most, and it's not because I'm selling it, but it's one of the most underrated winemakers I know. If people are dying to buy Fieferling, but they're not dying to buy this.
Let's stay with the topic. Are we talking about Grillon yet?
No.
No? We talk about this one.
CYRIL
Let's stick
wine.
with this wine. Otherwise we go bananas.
No.
Okay. CYRIL Le MOING with G.
How do you
and the wine
like
is
this
called
color, man?
MACERATION. And it's 2018.
Yes.
30% alcohol.
Chenin,
It doesn't have any
Chardonnay.
sulfates, Arjan.
Oh, Jesus. And he's got no Gmail, so it can't be natural.
No, it is a Tokyo. This is actually Baller's game.
Dude, smell this.
Yeah?
Smell the shit. It's like, Jesus, this is good. It's like mint. What? Smell it, man.
It looks
The color
like
is.
It looks like a pearl, huh?
This one I shaked a lot because when I took it from the cellar, there was
Was
like
clear.
a crust, like a crust on the bottom. Holy fuck, that smell! That is interesting, my friend. Look at the smile on my face. Okay, but here goes
Orange
okay,
wine.
but here goes again.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
We need some
drank
weed.
this. Yeah. We drank that. It's fun, but look at my. I can't contain the smile.
Yeah.
Just from the smell.
But this is orange wine / cider. This smells like CYRIL songs.
Wow, it's bubblegum. Taste it. It's like bubblegum. That's hilarious. Like bitter, fiery bubblegum. It's like a jawbreaker. You get that fucking hit of bubblegum? You get the bubblegum?
You can ask me again.
We should call this episode. Did you get the bubblegum?
You should get the bubblegum.
Yes, this is only.
I don't get the bubblegum. I get the classic orange wine, Camilla
like
flower
mint-
tea.
Yeah, that's it. But
Camilla flower tea, yeah.
But it's almost like a jawbreaker, you know? Yeah, Camilla.
This is good.
This is insane. It's.
But the nose is bananas.
It's
I mean,
not banana.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's not a banana. It's crazy. Yeah?
Come on, this is.
Oh, this is good.
Oh my.
Do you know what I love to have with this super sharp sushi?
Yeah.
And then I drink this with
Yeah,
this.
but
with
why
it.
do you think fucking all of this goes to Japan, man? It's like soy sauce wine.
That's why he has a Tokyo email.
Yeah, but it's like soy sauce, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is so complex.
We're also gonna bang this in 10 minutes. It's gonna be a short episode.
It's gonna be one, yeah. But man, this is hilariously good. It's just mind blowing. Why did I never have this before?
But I taste Ine Goosen's style
Yeah.
of this, huh?
But
She
you can
finds
see,
this shit.
Yeah. Yeah and no. Like in that box. But this is what I also like about Reese's box. You know, actually, I think maybe the shit I chose myself was not the best bottles. So you go into the website and you get like, I want a Muur and I want to have this and I want to have the Bombard Queffry. And then he put in some bottles and he said, hey, do you like Maceration? I said, yeah, well, I do. And then he probably asked because he wanted to put this in. And he's made a really, really, really nice box for me. I have to say, like what I said, they're so generous when they are. And but this bottle, man, I would have never picked it. But it's.
But it's but
This is mind blowing. This is mind blowing wine.
it's the same what I did with you when I wrote you last week. Can you send me a price list of the Weinfriend? And then I asked you, is this a Pascal wine list or the overall? And he was like, no, it's the overall. And I didn't ask because of pricing. I asked because of there's so much shit in which I know is really good. But there's also so much shit in which I don't know. And then I picked, and I was like, I take one Fleury, and then I was like, Jesus, I'm gonna buy this comb and Mitras, and fuck it. Arjan, make me a box. And I got the box, and then the first evening was just like pop, pop, pop. And it flew over the whole evening.
Yeah, but I think it's nice to see, that's what we discussed more often, like, for the future, for myself as well, if I want to import wine, that it kind of reflects your style. And for me, the wine list that the Wijnvriend carries reflects Henk perfectly,
Yeah.
He doesn't want to sell expensive shit, he wants good shit, he loves drinkability. He doesn't like funk. He doesn't like maceration. It's the legendary word that's the legendary sentence where I asked him, should we do some Jura? And he's like, fuck that shit. It's like mislukte sherry.
It's not all about you.
So, it's like mislukte sherry. I was like, man, come on, really? Seriously?
Is it completely Jura racist?
Yeah, he's fucking, all Juras don't matter.
Really?
And
like also not if you give him
orange wine
or something?
No,
October?
maybe if you do like Ouillet Chardonnay and you don't tell him. No, he hates that, and he's also not a big orange wine lover. But I think if I would let him taste this, he'd have his disagreements on it. But he does really recognize energy and fun. I told him, last time I sat with him, we had like 3 bottles, and I said, man, honestly, your wines are maybe not the most spectacular and most creative and most
Who
crazy
said that to
ones.
him?
I told him.
Oh.
But I said, you know what I really feel with every bottle of wine almost at the moment, even the more shitty ones, they're all plezierig. They're all, fun is the wrong word, enjoyable.
Yeah.
And the enjoyability and for him, enjoyability and the pricing really go hand in hand. So when we buy something that's going to cost over 15 euros, he doesn't really already agree. But this really represents the way Ine and Ries approach
What do you
wine.
think? What do you think? If you could explain 3 different import styles, like what I always see it just at wine or at Ine Goosen's wines is that she was a sommelier. So there's always a big background story behind it, and it's not just, hey, we sit on a terrace and drink.
But it's also even though we'll say she's over 60.
Yeah.
She's probably
Over 80.
no, at least over 70.
But if you would,
but I'd say like for me, Ine represents innovation, but not innovation out of being an innovator. It's innovation just from the pure creativity of her soul.
Let me rephrase it. If you would describe the 3 wine importers, you import Vigo from Schul, Henk Wijnvriend, and Ine. How would you describe them like wine? How would you describe them like, when I want this, I go to there. When I want this, I go
I'd say Ine is completely originality. Vigo is the most knowledgeable pragmatist I know, but it's very pragmatical wine. There's
What do you mean with that?
There's affordable wine, which he sells, like Valle Unité.
Yeah.
But he's got a very strict set of rules as well, of which a wine should abide on. But within these rules, he searches everything he can, and I also think drive. But it doesn't really say something about the assortment, but it says something about the company. I think the drive for me in zuiver wine is really big.
Okay.
To get the best winemakers, they just now got Muster as well, and they are not stopping.
But that's Vigo. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pragmatic, target, and nothing is off. Even if you sometimes taste things, sometimes I taste something from him and I think, and then he can explain to me exactly his vision, the rules. He's like Louis van Gaal for wine.
Yeah, okay.
Vision,
The generaal.
but it's like and discipline.
Yeah.
It's going somewhere. Ine is just like born creativity and openness and really interesting. And Hank is someone that likes to bring joy and pleasure to people. So, and all the wines, I think, reflect that. You know, he wants somebody like you with the Alvarez. The biggest fun for him is selling somebody a €7, €90 bottle, and that they be so surprised that they buy a box next week. And for him, you know, the feeling that wine is getting too expensive it's disturbing. So I think you can see that with everyone. I think their personality in the import. And for me, that is, super important to feel and see. But this wine, man.
Why I
Do
ask
you
this?
taste anything of Chenin or Chardonnay in this, actually?
No. But why I ask is because I taste Banvard in here. I taste Riech and Banvard in here. And those are both wines from Ina, right?
Also, man, if you smell it now, man, the fucking tropical, like overripe, even dry tropical fruit. It's like dried pineapple, dried peach, dried apricot. You get that, or am I just
I'm completely getting it. I'm getting a little bit hammered from this, not on the alcohol level, but I get a little bit of a sore mouth from this.
That's what I said. This is a bumper.
Mm-hmm.
How much? Is
Bumper.
Pampa. No, definitely. But I think she'll curse us for not eating with this wine.
Probably. I think so too.
Man, like you said, if we would have a Japanese restaurant around the corner, we should take the camera there now.
Also ramen. Super sharp ramen with soya sauce,
because
umami, oysters.
But I think the most impressive in this wine is the balance in the bitter and the acidity,
Yeah.
Because the bitter and the acidity are...
Yeah, let's just taste it. I was just drinking it until now. Let's taste it. The nose is super interesting. It's really Camilla flower tea, and at the same, it's passion fruit.
It's evolving.
Overripe banana.
But it's evolving. Extremely aggressive.
It's
also.
overripe mandarins, like when you leave them in the fruit thing, and they always start to schimmel. You have a lot of schimmel as well in the nose.
Yeast, yeah.
No, really schimmel. Is it yeast?
No, I think I know what you mean. You're more. No, I know. You're right.
If a mandarin gets fucked up and it's blue and green all the time.
No, you're right. It's got that because schimmel's got that aggressive note.
Yeah, where you go into a room and you're like, what the fuck is this?
It's a pretty fucking aggressive wine, huh?
Yeah. It is aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, it's aggressive, but in a nice way. It's like an aggressive woman, not like an aggressive guy.
No, but more like have a
but come on, this
big, old, bold, white, racist guy in the nose.
But this is definitely one of... Even compared...
I love it how a small kid under the Christmas tree you are right now.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and you're like, oh, what is this?
It's the best thing that happened to me this week. Tasting this, it's like when you go to a good museum or to a good concert or you hear a new song, and it's one bottle and one moment is never enough to really understand the wine. Because something like this, I want to buy another 2 bottles and find another 2 ways of. I want to eat with this. I'm definitely buying more if it's possible of this, because we are going to have a dinner. Somewhere there's this crazy Japanese restaurant in Zuid.
Which one?
Yeah, I always forget the name, but Figo always tells me.
Isn't it crazy?
I've been there.
2 different people, 2 different books, 2 different movies.
Yeah.
The one is
2 different worlds, I would say.
One is a Christopher Nolan movie, and the other one is a Jim Belushi slapstick.
Well,
this is Inception.
Christopher Nolan, yeah, maybe Inception, yeah. But there's a really good Japanese restaurant in the south where you can take your own bottles. This would really, really do that. And when I was living in France, there's this place in Lourmarin.
Yeah.
It's called Bamboo Thai. And I remember I was sent there and I was like, you drive past the road, it's like the main road into town, there's like a big sign, Bamboo Thai, and you're like, fuck, that can't be good.
But better than McDonald's.
Yeah, but they have the most insane wine list. I took Jan Verhoekel there, and a winemaker, he told me, the guy where I worked, he told me you should go there, man. He's got like the sickest wine list. in the whole of the valley. He's got Labé and Tissot. What's the guy from Chablis called? Thomas Picot. Every bottle they have.
That guy had Patloup. Thomas Picot.
Yeah.
He had the guy I went today.
Oh really?
The old wine store, and he has Domaine Picot next to.
He probably buys it at Fleck maybe.
No idea.
But so you're sitting there having seriously authentic Thai food. Yeah, I already was watching that.
Sorry, yeah, what the fuck?
The first time I saw it, I was already thinking, you're gonna crust.
Now it works.
Yeah, so we did no sound check. So first wine. But
sorry, it always falls into my shirt and then it's not gonna be like the whole fucking time.
But
just check that the microphone stays outside.
Hey, I'm good, man.
That's the cut.
No, you're not cutting it.
Now we're not cutting.
Oh, you're not cutting. So I go to this place, fucking good Thai food. You know, like I took people there because I wasn't sure. I never been to Thailand, but everybody's like, "Holy fuck!" So you're going for lunch, eating insane Thai food, and drinking Labé or Picot. At Picot, I had a 2001 Bateau, I think there.
Buto. The big
exactly.
one. The public.
Yeah.
The Oki one.
Yeah, but after almost 8 years, it's with that food, man. But this, they should have on the list there because it's interesting wine.
So all the Asian people who are looking at us or watching us,
yeah, buy
that's their shit, man.
CYRIL. I don't know how much it is. I don't know how much there is. I'm glad I shaked it though before.
100%, really. I don't even want to know how the clear juice is tasting.
No.
And also how the last shit is tasting, because look at this now.
It's
at the end
already again, huh?
Can I shake it again? Because I really don't want to drink this slurp.
No, don't shake it. Upended. U-pended.
Yeah.
Like I told you last time.
U-pen. What the fuck is U-pen?
What the fuck?
Upend.
What's this thing? On apple juice. U-pen before opening. Yeah, you gotta U-pen this, definitely.
But this is why you should always.
This was the cut.
This is why you should always explain to.
Look at that.
To people
Poop
and to
out.
Wine sellers.
Look at the poop on this.
Hey, this is what I like, and this is just make me a box, and you know.
I think this is gonna be different. Yeah. Sorry.
No problem. But this is the same what I did with you. You do exactly what you put in the box.
Yeah.
He knows a lot, but I cannot give him like Perron, Métras Perron. It's like he really loves to get hammered. He really loves to drink.
No,
he
but
wants
also
something
you say
interesting.
give me a box for 100 euros.
Yeah.
So I put 2 cheap bottles in there, of which I know at least one you'll like. And I did that because I wanted to put Métras in there, and I wanted to put the Grillon.
Is Grillon expensive?
It's not cheap.
Okay. How much is Le Grillon?
Well, I think most.
Sorry. Is Grillon the winemaker or the wine?
No, the winemaker is called NIKOLAIHOF.
Yeah.
He's an old teacher, and his winery is called Le Grillon. I think it's the frogs.
No idea.
Le Grillon, the frogs.
The frog, the legs. Yeah, I know what a fucking frog is. But do you mean the frog legs?
What kind of? No, just the frog.
Okay.
And I visited him with Lynn and Henk. Super interesting guy. He's super humble. I think he's even frustrated a little bit that the wine is not as well known and as well loved as it should be, because I honestly think it's way up there. But more of that later on.
Back to the wine. Yeah, it's in the cellar now, so it's in the perfect cellar temperature.
Exactly. But
This
this
is so
now,
good.
but look how cloudy it is now. Does it
Maceration,
Check it out.
CYRIL
Does it do anything?
Yeah, no, it does a lot. Just take a big sip. You cannot even swallow it. There's so much shit in it.
Oh, yeah, but it kind of
Yeah.
it makes it lush.
Yeah, this is why
Delicious.
you have to shake this.
Delicious wine. Delicious.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's really good. It's really good. How much do you pay for this?
I have no fucking clue. I know what I paid for the box, and I know it was far less than I would normally charge.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a very exclusive bottle of wine normally. I think
not about the price, it's about getting it.
Probably for me, you want me? Yeah, I can check.
Yeah.
Wait, let's check. I think this is a restaurant price, €30 bottle of wine.
I think you buy this for €70 in a restaurant.
Let's see. No, I think it's way more. I think it's more like €100.
No, I don't drink it at Panache. I drink it at a normal thing where they don't charge 3 times.
Okay, so it was the most expensive bottle in the box. So normally it would be €27.50.
Cool. So 35.
Times 3.5 or 3.
Yeah, but you don't put this for 3.5. You don't. If you buy a wine for 29
okay, so
euros,
it's a 70, €80 bottle of wine in a
that's what I
restaurant.
said. That's what I said.
Yeah, you're so good. No, but honestly, yeah, you're right. But would you ever pick it?
Never. This is why we buy boxes. This is why I love the box thing.
Exactly.
So if everyone is buying, we have to talk this now in the audio podcast. Yeah. If everyone buys wine, and you want to try something out, go to the wine importer and tell them, I like blah, or I have no idea. Please make me a box. This is my budget, and they are gonna do the job.
But honestly, Pascal, you know a lot of shit. I know a lot of shit. I go on Ines' website. I don't tell them what I want. I tell them I want at least maybe this. Mm-hmm. You know a lot about wine. Mm-hmm. You like more than 9 out of 10 people that go to our website and actually make a 12 bottle box, or even like a 40, 50, 60 bottle order. Mm-hmm. They have no clue like you do. Mm-hmm. But they do order like they do it themselves. Like sometimes you're looking at an order, you're like, what the fuck are these people doing? Yeah. They're just shopping, like they're shopping for like
clothes,
furniture, and then on the bottom it'll say this candle will go really well with this table.
Yeah.
You know, you order a box with me. You said, "Hey man, I really want the Magnum of Decombe, and the rest just make me a box. This is the price."
Yeah.
And of course, you'll get a better box than if you do it yourself. Mm-hmm. I'm working with this wine every day, and these people, you know, I am very sure they put this bottle in here not to be drunk like this.
But Arjen, there are a lot of people who want to learn new things, especially with natural wine, and they're still struggling with natural wine.
Yeah, but why don't they ask for help? Is kind of
no. Because when I go at the wijnvriend.nl and it's in Haarlem and I sit in Amsterdam, what shall I do? I'm not calling Hank.
Well,
hey Hank.
Oh well.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course I know that I can, but it's more like, hey Hank, I have a job to do. I have a private life. I don't have time to call with Hank for an hour.
I think also there's a big difference between maybe the old school guys and new school guys. I think if you would send an email to me, to Ollie at Vigo's place, and maybe a guy that works at...
but I don't.
No, but if you'd send an email, hey, I like this and this, I want to order 12 bottles, I just want these two to be in there, could you make me something for this amount of money? I would honestly always at least try to do that before I go picking bottles out of my own, because I was in Ines' list. How the fuck can I know? Well, if you're not like the Vigos and Alessandros of the world, what this is like. I would have never known.
But if I really, I go into a restaurant, I go to La Florita.
Same.
And I get a bottle of wine, and I drink it, and I'm like, hey, this is good. What is this? It is natural wine. I like natural wine. I want to learn more about it. I put in Google, natuurwijn kopen in Google.
Yeah.
And then I find like a couple of editors. One of them is the wijnvriend.nl. And I look at it, and it sounds kind of fun and cool. And then I don't write an email to 3-4 wine importers because I'm a sales guy in IT.
No,
I don't have anything.
But you can
Let
write.
me finish. But I'm like, okay, what shall I best do? Is there maybe a tasting package? But a tasting package is, yeah, it is.
Everybody has it.
Yeah, it's like German summer package, German Riesling, and then I get shit, and I have no knowledge about it.
We have to like now.
So this is why, what I always
we're gonna make a
give to the heart.
Pictures.
We do give to the heart of everyone. Please call the wine importer, because there's always a private person behind it, or email,
or Instagram.
But always contact the person there and say like, I have no fucking idea. I just drank this at La Florita or at Panache or whatever.
You know what you
finish,
do.
dude. And then I'm gonna talk with the guy, and I was like, I have no idea. My budget is €50. what do you think? Can I get 3 bottles or 6 bottles? And then you make a box on me, and then I start a relationship. This is how natural wine works. Natural wine doesn't work with take a bottle of take a box of 6, get 1 for free. No.
Yeah.
You're not getting anywhere.
No.
Call them for a box and get it. This is actually for the people who say like, you're really funny talking about this shit, but I have no idea, and this is important.
Yeah.
Call the wine importers, make me a
You're
box.
passionate about this, I know.
My box is 80 euros. Can I do something? And then go from there.
But I think
You agree?
I agree.
Okay.
And I think it's how passionate small business works. If
Yeah.
you go to a small restaurant and you are a cocky asshole, you're trying to order yourself, where you just go in and you say, man, you know what you do best. I'm here to see the best of your business and to come back every day if I can. You do whatever you do best to me, and I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, this is what you want. And of course, in the classical wine world, there's a very different ballgame going on, but it's like going to the HEMA and saying, what do you do best? And they'll say, yeah, this shit is on the korting and reclame and whatever.
This is really good.
Yeah, so, you know, it goes a little bit for all of these kind of businesses, but especially indeed, like you said, for when somebody calls me, texts me, apps me, Instagrams me, whatever, I'll be very, very, very diligent in making sure they get the right shit. Though if somebody comes in and just orders things and you're like, okay, maybe he knows, I don't know, he's making some weird decisions, but it's also strange to tell somebody when they're pretty purposeful in their order.
You need to be open for it, especially as an end client. That you just go in there and it's like, look, I have no idea.
Especially with something like natural wine.
Yeah, we also saw that in the restaurants, you know.
Man, if we would see a 70% Chardonnay, 30% Chenin Blanc from Anjou on a wine list or on a importer list for $27.50, would we, in God's name, ever fucking expect this to be in the bottle?
You need the people who get paid for it. And you go into a restaurant like...
No, but did you ever expect that this would be the wine?
No, you can't.
No, they can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Elise, he definitely put this bottle in there.
He put the bottle, he put the box together, and then he puts this on, and he's like, let's see what this motherfucker is thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we're talking about it. When did you bought the box? Buy the box.
2 weeks ago. I just paid for it today because I was broke as fuck. And they were like, he was calling me, and I told him today you can sleep now again because I paid. But I think he put this in there as a gem.
Okay.
But it's not
really to give you thinking.
I think this is the kind of bottle I didn't ask for, so I feel it as a kind of sign of respect that he put this bottle in there.
And he knows
because he knows I'd appreciate it. And I'd understand it, because he's not going to put any, of course he's going to put 1 or 2 bottles in there, that's good for him. But for me, he's not going to make a box that way.
Yeah.
So I think...
But also...
It looks like fucking chicken stock, huh?
Also, coolness, and this is a important thing for me, is you need to know which bottle you drink with whom. And everyone is always talking about it like, yeah, it always depends on your community you're sitting on the table, which you're drinking wine with. But you chose this especially to drink with me, because we really can talk about it, and this is
like
insane.
I said, I had a bottle of L'Interdit from Baumart, and I had them both in my hand, and then I saw like the crust on the bottle, and I was like, yeah.
Pascal needs this shit.
And also, who do I want to drink it with? Plus, I know you have the nice glasses. But look, it looks like chicken stock.
Really, if Cas or Rogier come to me before service and they say like, can you taste this chicken broth? I would taste it and it's like, it's really heavy, but it's good. If you're in the middle of the stress, you would not see it's natural wine. Yeah. Nah,
but it's a super interesting bottle. I have to say, hands down, top three. I think for me in all the shows we did this.
What is number 1 for you? It cannot be still Strohmeyer.
No, Strohmeyer is down to at least below 5. I'd say I think for me the Maître de Madame Plassard, Madame Germain.
Madame Germain.
This What's the third? Maybe Maupertuis. The one we had with Wouter.
Number 1, Madame Germaine. Number 2, just to make a top 3. Madame Germaine for me
You're
as well.
asking me?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were saying
No.
your own top 3.
Madame Germaine is number 1.
Yeah,
for
I
me as
think
well.
this would be number 2.
This was number 2.
Yeah, and I
Number-
think
number 3?
number 3 would be
Maupertuis.
Yeah, just because how it just went down, and it's also such a shame because now we get the new vintage, and I just want to put it away for a year or two. And I think at that moment where I was so fucking hungover, and I was so unmotivated to do the podcast, and that bottle just brought me back to life like nothing else.
Popeye spinach.
And I think it has something to do with the purity of the wine. So for me, it would be Madame Plassard.
Madame Germaine.
Madame Germain.
Still.
Macération, CYRIL et moi. And then the third one would definitely be Maupertuis. And it's funny, I brought all 3.
For me,
Placement.
it's for you. For me, number 1 is Madame Germaine, 100%. Number 2 is the wine from Bruno, which banged Yves Perron in the ass. That's for me number 2.
Definitely.
The wine from Bruno. Attia, Etnella is for me number 2. Really, it's so good.
He was super happy to be in the podcast as well. Huh?
Yeah, I think so
he
too.
shared it and really.
And it's also a good exposure for him because
But he was on RTL Save yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I finish my top 3 first?
Sorry.
And so number 1, Madame Germaine. Number 2, the Etnella Attia from Bruno,
Yeah.
Angolo Vinoso. And number 3, Stroma Frizzante. That did most of me.
It's funny how some wines get lost though, huh?
Some wines get lost.
In the traffic.
Yeah, Carlton Kiesel, for example, Klaus Brasinger.
Yeah, or Decombe, which we were super happy with, which is still...
The Grand Blanc was good, but yeah, was good.
Yeah,
along the way.
There's Rifo.
Yeah.
It's funny how the wines that really stay with you. I think
Should we do a third bottle? I feel like a third bottle today.
That's a yes.
That's a yes. I leave that in, man. If you're starting farting and burping in that, that's fine by me. I'm good with that.
You farted.
I cut it out. I'll leave the burp in.
Asshole.
But if we are doing this, it's fine.
No, it's fine. Leave it.
Let's go down to the cellar, have a cigarette,
Oh, cigarette.
and then we make a small cut.
I missed the smoking at the table.
Yeah, we can actually do that because I have one
No.
O to Sophie because she had a drunk night last month where she was smoking in the living room. I was pissed for a week, and now we can smoke in the living room. It's all good.
You were pissed. No, we're not doing
No,
it.
pissed like meow.
Oh. Yeah.
Meow.
Okay.
All right, we see you in a bit, guys. Or with guys, I mean mom.
And Jesus, this one, huh? Oof. Really, yeah?
Oh man,
But
this is ridiculous good.
It's like a
Yeah, it's Bazanji. 919. Check it, I said this industry is dog eat dog, and y'all sleeping. All these Mickey D's rappers around.